At school, I used to feel like a total outcast. Like, no matter if I was surrounded by all of my friends, I'd still feel alone. Like, my life is great compared to a lot of people's, but it's hard to go through. I was really close to Twyla because she was one of the volunteers. I think she was actually running the place at the time. She was one of the volunteers at another youth group that I went to that was called Fusion, I think. And she'd be like, come to the Axiom, come to the Axiom. So when I remember walking in and just being like, holy crap, there's a ton of kids here. And then I walked over to the gaming section, I think, because a few of my friends were there, and I sat down and I started playing Halo, got boss at it, and then I just met a lot of people this like the first day. It was really cool. I was really depressed. Like every day I would go to school, put a smile on my face, come home, just start bawling my eyes out, being like really, really depressed. It actually got to the point where I wanted to kill myself. I did leave for a while. I had just stopped going to church, and I figured, I'm like, oh, if I stop going to church, I might as well not go to the Axiom because they're a Christian-based place, and they'll probably sense that I'm not going to church. So I decided, I'm just going to stay away from all the people there. And I actually ended up getting closer to my friends at school, and they're awesome people, don't get me wrong, but they got me into a lot of different things. They got me into smoking pot, drinking, smoking cigarettes, and so it just got really hard for me to ever be like, I can go back to the Axiom or I can go back to church because they don't judge. When in all reality, I was like, they're just going to judge me, they're not going to welcome me back. It's going to be a hard thing to do. In February, I had been really stupid and decided I'm going to take a few shots and go driving. And I was deciding to be reckless, and I got technically pulled over and I got arrested. Not the funnest day of my life. And my mom pretty much told me, if you don't shape up, you're getting shipped out. And I was like, I'm not going to my dad's house. And then one day when I was on Facebook, Kurt Libby Facebooked me saying, Kari, you need to come back to the Axiom and go to camp with us. You know that God gives a crap about you and you give a crap about him, and that's what really matters. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll just go to this one camp. Then I'll stop doing anything godly and just go back to my old life. And then I went to camp, got to know a lot of the people there, met a few friends, and I started to go back to the Axiom, and now I'm a volunteer here. And it's changed my life. I haven't had a thought about drinking or smoking pot since I came back. The previous owner, Twyla, I've been talking to her recently, and she's been saying that how much of an improvement it seems like I've made, because she knew me before I came back to the Axiom, and apparently I was just a total mean person. And she said that since I come back to the Axiom, I've been a better person, and I've been a happier person. My mom, she thinks I'm the greatest person now. She's like, "Oh, you're so nice now," even though I had those times where I could be mean. But a few people have been like, "You've changed. It's not for the better. I mean, not for the worse, the better." It's just like I've been feeling more compelled to be nice to my mom, and like bringing like that brings me closer to trying to be nicer to people at the Axiom, and like being nice to like the younger kids that come in here that are in junior high and stuff. It just makes me like feel more compelled to be a nice person instead of being a self-centered brat. I'm Kari, and the Axiom has changed my life.